I'm Kay of Kay's Creative Home. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm participating in Heidi Sonboul's Spring DIY Challenge. All right, I have a wonderful floral centerpiece I'm about to put together. Let's get started. First, I want to thank Heidi Sonboul for hosting the Spring DIY Challenge. She asked that we just put together a craft or DIY for spring. Heidi has a wonderful channel, and I'm going to have the link to her channel and the playlist in the description box below, so you can go and see what the other creators have put together for you today. All right, let's get started. So she asked that we share our supply list, and honestly, for things, when you're putting together a floral arrangement, you may not really know what you're going to use, but I'm going to share with you some of the things I may be using. So first, I have this vase. This was a thrifted vase. Don't remember what I paid for it, but if I can find a video where I thrifted it, I will share that, link that haul up above. Then I have this greenery, which was also thrifted. And this is going to be the base of my arrangement. I'm not sure if I'll be using foam because this the mouth of this vase is very narrow, so I may not actually need it. But I have some floral tape and some floral wire cutters, and I also have these glass flowers. See that? I believe these are tulips again. They're closed, but I believe these are tulips. I have them in yellow and I have them in white. And believe it or not, I guess you could almost call this a vintage Dollar Tree item. Yes. When Dollar Tree was first coming on the scene, they had some fantastic stuff. And they had these glass flowers for $1 each. I grabbed them. There are some things I bought from Dollar Tree in my early days that I wish I had never gotten rid of, because of course over time what you get for $1, you know, kind of decreases. But the quality and the beauty of these is just amazing. So I'm going to be using them in my arrangement. And I might add in, where did I put them? And I have this basket here of just some white and yellow flowers that I may be using as filler if I need them. I also bought out my bin of spring ribbon. I'm not sure, I may tie a bow around this vase just to add a little cutesy to it. Instead of foam this time, I'm going to try some moss, and I believe that'll be enough to kind of hold things in shape, hold things together where it needs to be. So it's a bit dusty, excuse me if I start sneezing. A little bits of dust shooting up. So in the interest of time, I've decided to speed things up a little bit. So what I'm doing now is cutting my floral foam to fit into the top of this vase, and then I had to just shave off the edges a little bit so it would fit into that rounded top. And now that I've placed it on top, I'm just going to add a little bit of floral tape to kind of hold it in place. And my leaves and everything that from my plant will cover this up so you won't even see it. The next thing I do is insert this plant into the foam, because this is the main piece, the main essence of my arrangement. And it took some strength. The stem was so thick, it took some strength to get it down into that foam. I still couldn't get it as deep as I wanted it to, but I managed to get it in. And then I'm just going to spend some time shaping it up. So I'm left with one gap, but I'll either be fluffing up the leaves a little bit more as I go along, or I'll be filling that in with flowers. So I'm going to start adding my white flowers. First I'm going to try to get in all the glass ones, because once they go into that foam, you know, they won't move. So as I'm trying to add more flowers, I'll have to make sure I'm working around them. If they bump into each other in that foam, they're not going to move. So I got to make sure they have space first. And again, it's a little difficult getting these flowers in here, but I'm going to add all the white first, and then I'm going to move through the yellow, and then we'll see where we go from there. Now as I add my flowers in, I'm trying to add them in triangular shapes. That's one of the things I was taught in my floral design class, because they said it kind of works to have geometric shapes. That's how nature does things, and it's kind of pleasing to the eye. So they suggest, you know, we follow the same thing that nature does. So I'll be putting them in triangular shapes. So I want this center flower to be taller, and it has slipped straight through the foam, and there's not enough of that moss underneath to hold it. So I'm actually wrapping a little bit of tape around the stem of the flower, and that will stop it from slipping through the foam. So now I'm going to add the yellow flowers, and I'm going to try to put them in between the white ones so that again I'm making a triangular shape, and they're going to lean out toward the viewer a little bit more. The whites are standing up a little bit more. The yellows are going to lean out toward the person that would be looking at the flowers. So while I'm doing this, I want to take the time again to thank Heidi Sonboul for hosting this challenge, the Spring DIY Challenge. And again, I will have a link to her channel and a link to the playlist in the description box below. This is also Spring Floral Week for my channel. So if you're interested in spring florals, I will have a link to the playlist I'm putting together for that also in the description box below. And if you want to see the florals I'm creating each day of this week, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll be notified when new videos are released. And if you're really enjoying it, give me a thumbs up and share it with others so they can have some ideas too for spring florals. So now that I have my glass flowers in, I can see I definitely need some filler. So here I'm just showing you the flowers that I will be adding. So I'm just going to be inserting these probably in groups of 3s if possible, just throughout the arrangement so that I won't have big bare spots where it's only just leaves. I'm trying to fill it in so I have some pops of blossoms and colors coming out. So this is how we're looking with the white flowers added, and now I'm going to come back in and add some yellow. So we're left with this bare space in the back here where I'm showing you. So I did decide to add a bow to fill that in, and I pulled up one of my spring ribbons. I thought this colors would go really well with this because it has a little pop of orange, add a little bit more color. And so I'm just taking 2 strips that will be my tails hanging down from the ribbon, and I wrapped some wire around them. And now I'm making a bow, and this is just nothing fancy, just adding some loops here. Trying to decide how long I want them to be. This isn't wired ribbon, so this will be like a floppy bow. So I'm just adding some loops here, pulling them together, and then I'm going to take the wire I have around the tails and just wrap it around the center of this bow and just let it hang kind of floppy there and fill in that space. All right, here's my arrangement. Why is everything so heavy today? Whew, my week, I need to eat. Here's my arrangement. And you can see the ribbon, how that looks on the back side, where it's not filled in at the bottom. So that's it. Place it somewhere so you can get an idea of how it looks and you would look in the decor. But this will show up in my spring decor later. So, all right, one down, and we'll see what else we got to do. See how many more we have to go. All right. So wait till the end, and I'll show it to you. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. Find somewhere for a little backdrop so you can kind of see it, hopefully a dark backdrop so there's a pop. So again, I'd like to thank Heidi Sonboul for hosting this challenge, the Spring DIY Challenge. Don't forget to check out the playlist and check out her channel. And I also have listed below playlists of floral arrangements I've done for spring, so you can see all of those. So take your time and look through them and find something you like and make it for yourself, all right? And I thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll be talking with you again real soon.